Here we go, my friends. T-minus 1 week. I gotta say, I'm feeling a lot better. The tile guys have made some incredible progress. We're gonna put the plumbing back together, but something really cool happened last night. Let's cut to that. T-minus 1 week. A big hurdle. We just finished right now. My electrical inspector passed my final electric on the very first try. And he came at like, and you can see how dark it is out there. He came at like 5 till 5. It's the last inspection of the day for him. It actually been on call for 4 or 5 days, but he hadn't gotten to us because there was such a big queue of inspections. And we passed the first time. That's unheard of for City of Austin in Texas Electrical. They're very, very good inspectors, but stringent and tough. And Rick Power and his boys, amazing job. So thankful for those guys. It also helps anytime you're the builder to walk with the inspector. And of course, I think it helped to know that it was my personal house. He knew that I wasn't pulling the wool over or trying to do anything shady for a customer. Not that I would, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, we passed electrical, and now that I've passed my final electrical, I can call for a combo inspection for mechanical final, for plumbing final, and for building final. And that's the last hurdle I need to move in. Whew. Always gets me going as a builder. There's this certain kind of stress level, anxiety level that happens when you're thinking about inspections and getting it done. So let's get some more work done tomorrow. I'm going home now. All right, so it's a big deal to have that electrical inspection passed. Now I can call, once I get my plumbing finished, put that toilet on upstairs, for my final plumbing, my final mechanical, and my final building. And then I'm ready to move in. I'm literally a week away from moving. A ton of guys working today. A lot's happened this week. Let me show you a couple cool things that are going on inside of the house at this moment. And it's nice seeing this garage starting to get emptied out. Oh, David, I'm liking this, dude. Look at these.
What do you think?
These drawer inserts are cool, really cool. So y'all met David before in previous videos. David's with Benchmark, and he's my crystal dealer. So all these cabinets are all from Crystal up in Minnesota. David, I'm excited about today.
Yeah.
You're putting all my inserts in, aren't you?
I love this stuff. We don't get a ton of requests for it, surprisingly. But we're offering more and more, and we're putting allowances in for people because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a nice service to offer.
This is a little bit last minute for me as well, I have to admit. My wife and my interior designer, pardon me, no, I have an organizer and an interior designer, came through one day and see all these sticky notes on here. They said, okay, look, how could we make, oh, you got one in already, sweet. How could we make best use of these spaces? And so after the cabinets were in, you know,
So you gave me this.
in theory,
the sizes.
That's right.
What we wanted to do.
That's right.
And I went through and marked up what I could cut down or modify to make work. And that's generally what you do. You buy these a little big, and we trim the side off.
So this is kind of cool. This is all from Hayflow, right?
Yep. This is their fine line, kind of their premium one.
Okay.
Yep.
And I like it because it also matches the interior. So, you know, I've got this beautiful hardwood. Is this maple or is
maple.
this
Yep.
hardwood maple, real light, pre-finished interior? And these are from not Crystal, but yet they match really well. Check that finish out.
Yep.
And
so
then
those they sell, they're a little shallow, and then they also sell these L pieces that we cut down, and we'll block off the back for another compartment.
that's pretty cool.
Once it's in the drawer.
And then you got
Pretty
Audie
smart
today, cutting them down, fitting, getting them all ready.
Did you see this one?
No, is that one done? Mm-hmm. Let's check it out.
So supply chain stuff. This is still from Hayflow, different model.
Oh,
a little bit thicker,
man, look at that. That's awesome,
But I'll read
David.
for days.
So this
It really
is the
lifts it, doesn't it? Just
it really
to have everything
does.
Where you're like, here's where that goes.
I love it. And this is the drawer closest to my dining room table. So this is like, hey kids, set the table. The dishes are going to be up here.
Yep.
Grab a dish out. They even, check that out. They were even labeled like everyday dishes, paper plates, fine china.
Yeah, Amy really.
She did a
every
great
spot.
job.
Yep.
Pull that out.
To my house next.
And what's cool about this, David, is this drawer is a random size. It's like 37 wide on the interior, and yet you and Audie were able to get the right parts and pieces, cut them pretty quickly on a table saw and a chop saw outside.
Exactly. This one's an inch shorter than it used to be, and we're done.
That's great. Now, if I wanted to change this in the future, how are these attached in the drawer?
There's very small pin nails, 23 gauge nails.
So just
attachment,
just a couple of nails so they don't.
pliers and probably pop them out and
That's
Give
awesome.
A little clear coat touch up in your.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want to give you a quick kudo, by the way.
Okay.
We did make one mistake on the Miele that we're going to fix, no big deal. But I got to say, this dishwasher panel that you built, that's part of the Miele, or they got installed by the Miele guys, that's got to be the prettiest dishwasher install I've ever seen. I love how you did
Typically,
all white.
it would just be a door.
Yeah.
You know? And so then doing it this way allows the reveal of this drawer front to hit that. This door hits that. And
Yeah, because
so
we're
it just
inset here.
Really disappears.
So he did a fake inset panel for this to pull it out, and I love it. And then the toe kick is all white too, which I didn't even think of. That's such a nice detail. It really makes the kitchen.
Stainless, it would kind of, you want it hidden.
I love it, man. Turned out absolutely beautiful. And the pre-finished interiors on everything. I did get this though, David. I didn't tell you about that. I'll have to put a link in the description. I found this online, and it was kind of like the perfect size. So that was just an off-the-shelf one. And it even came with a little...
We try and make the sink cabinets around 36 because those fit.
They fit. It even came with its own little water bug. I think this one is just an alarm, basically, that if it senses water under here, it just starts ringing at 100 decibels. So you know that you got a problem under there. I thought that was kind of cool.
Looks like it would hold a few gallons.
Yeah, I think it would. You'd get a pretty decent drip out of there. The biggest thing for me, though, is in sinks past, you have a kid who's not thinking, and like the cap's half on the soap, the soap spills. You got a huge cleanup, or maybe it's there for 3 months before you realize it. Now it's basically attached to the bottom.
Right.
So now I could replace that someday and have a perfectly new bottom.
Exactly.
Kitchen looks amazing, dude.
Almost there.
I really, really like it.
Touch-ups.
The other thing I want to notice too that you may not have seen is David integrated some, are these Hayfla as well?
They are.
Some Hayfla under counter lights. And check this out. This is flush under the bottom and looks really pretty. So when they were installing, David and his guys routed this light in. And then my electrician has a low volt wire to a transformer in the closet over there. And now these cabinets really light up nicely. I'm excited about that.
They use a 3/4 bit, and they sell a radius end cap to fit it off. So you route it out.
It looks awesome.
Fit in, and it's very slick.
And like, look at that splash right here, David. Look how nicely.
It's
it would
really well
It would
lit.
have been a little. Half this light was off. I would have been a little shadowy here, but now I've got great light on this. And this is my coffee bar area. I even put a Voltec outlet in here so I could charge my phone in the kitchen or have my laptop plugged in. So this is a great little space. I love it. What do you think about the hardware that we chose?
Beautiful. What's the brand?
This is all M-Tech, and Rachel, my interior designer, picked all this out. And I thought she was so smart. Like, for instance, all the kitchen's the same, but like the drawer where my silverware goes is such a wide drawer.
Oh yeah, so it's bigger than these.
It's bigger.
She scaled it up.
She scaled it up, exactly. And then the dishwasher has a like true appliance pull on there. However, I thought about doing M-Tech for my fridge and freezer, and it felt too dinky to me.
Okay.
So what I ended up doing was getting Miele handles for your panels to match.
I think the fact that the ice maker's there. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that cool?
I didn't know it did that.
That's kind of neat. When you push on it, it comes apart. So like if you got your grandma over, she can't break the vacuum seal on the door.
Yep.
Now you just put a little pressure on it.
Yeah, that's the thing with
pushes out.
Sub-Zero is if you close it and forget something,
you're in trouble.
Strength of a gorilla to get it
really
back open.
you got to really wrench it. So now this handle matches my oven handle, my microwave handle, my other oven handle. And the thing about stainless I like is it just goes away. I don't see the clash between the stainless and this gold here.
No, and
finish.
If you had a gold appliance in 8 years, it would really be jumping out.
It would be dated.
Yes.
Yeah, and if this hardware is dated in 10 or 15 years, change it out.
Change it, paint it, whatever.
No big deal.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
Kind of a hardware geek. You can go to Home Depot and buy the ones for $4, but they look like it.
And speaking of mistakes from earlier, I made a mistake too that David's saving me on when we were drilling the hardware. We made one mistake, and Jorge and I drilled this one at center by accident. I was gonna.
In the thousands of those I've done, I've made 3 missed drills, and I remember every one of them.
I mean,
it's. But Crystal knows the match. We're getting a new drawer front. We'll pop it on.
So
Instead of trying to patch it.
David saved my bacon on that one, so we're gonna do drawer front coming. Kitchen's amazing, dude. I love
Really
it.
looking good.
Let me show these guys the rest of the house. Thanks, David. Keep going on the kitchen, brother. All right, y'all. So the rest of the house, I'm trying to think what's the big stuff that's happened since last week. The biggest thing is now my Sonos system is totally installed. I'm gonna do a little video about this, but just for fun, check this out. Go to your Sonos app, and if any of y'all are Sonos fans, you probably know how easy Sonos is for all their kind of plug-in stuff. But everything in my house is architect. Well, not everything. I've got a mix. So check these speakers out in the rear channel of my kind of family room section here. And then these two built-in speakers in the front, those connect with the Sonos amp, which is in my low volt closet. And then I'm gonna have a subwoofer, which I'm gonna figure out where to place it. For now, it's just in the corner. But I saw some Thanksgiving music on here. So now check this out. I can go, hey, where do I want it to play? My daughter's bedroom, backyard, boys, front porch, kitchen, living room. I have a Sonos Move, which is their fairly new one. That's a battery operated one that I could pull to the back porch and even shows the battery level, which is cool. Or upstairs family room. Press play. Of course, the vacuum turns on right at the second that I'm trying to play this. And what's cool is you can then also go, hey, I want to increase or decrease the level in any particular room. So I could turn my kitchen speakers on over here. I could turn the living room up. Isn't that neat? That's cool. And now it's, once I set those levels, it'll move all the speakers in the house to those same levels, and it's kind of still set that way. So the kitchen's a little louder, let's say. Pretty cool. While we're at it, let me show you my rack. And I promise I got 2 cool videos coming up so you can kind of see it. But this is that rack. It's really looking good in here, except that I need to figure out how to hide these wires. And I also got another cool device installed. See that little transformer up there? That transformer is changing from high volt to low volt. It's connected to this switch right here, which operates my motorized skylight. So check this out. When I hold this right here, if you walk into the other room, you're gonna see my skylight opening. Is it going? I think so. There it is. Check it out. I still have to put this screen in. I've got a bug screen for that. But what's cool about that skylight is not necessarily the motor. I'll use that occasionally, but what's really cool about it is that it's crazy efficient. That's a Lamilux brand, which is a German brand that I ordered through 475 Supply out of New York. They're a really high performance building supply company, for lack of a better term. And they have some really cool products. So my heat pump water heater from ECO2 and these skylights both came from 475 Supply. And those are triple glaze, German made, just like my German carpenter over here, Patrick, who just walked in. And they're twice as efficient as some of the domestic models I looked at because of that triple glazing. They also have a really nice finish on the outside, super easy to install, and they really have done a good job of thinking about thermal bridging when you install those. So I'm super excited about those. And there it is, all cracked open. It's hinged on one side, so that motor is just lifting up on a pivot, basically. Isn't that cool? On a nice spring day or a winter day when you want to kind of flush the house out, that works really nice. Oh, you know one thing else I wanted to show you that just got hooked up? Matthew, who's behind the camera right now, did a great job of doing the final hookup and troubleshooting. We messed something up on the install on my Fantech hood and makeup air system. I'm gonna do a video on this, but when you turn on my kitchen hood, I've got a little Fantech insert with a remote blower over there. I've got a makeup air fan on the other side of the house, which is the exact same size as the blower fan. So I'm gonna turn the music off here. And this vent right here is where the makeup air comes in. It would have been ideal to put the makeup air right where the kitchen is. I just didn't have enough room on that side of the house. You know, we're slab on grade here. I don't have a basement space. I didn't have enough space between the pantry and the kitchen to try and bring a duct in to put it right near where that air was going to go across, so I dumped it on the other side of the house. But honestly, I'm not as worried about using that kitchen exhaust because I've got induction cooking and not gas cooking. Whenever you're cooking with gas, anytime you turn a gas burner on, you should be exhausting that. You don't want the fumes that come off of that gas cooking to be spread throughout your house. It's not good for you. On the other hand, that induction cooktop, it's electric, there's nothing I need to worry about. It's simply for fumes or smoke, you know, for smell of garlic or for the steam from the pasta boiling to exhaust the house. And now that I've got that makeup air, because the house is so tight, I'm gonna be able to actually get that air out. I wanted to show you something else cool that the JELD-WEN guy had a window on my JELD-WENs that weren't closing very well. And the JELD-WEN guy showed me this trick. I thought this was kind of cool. Their service guy came out and the tech helped me out. Oops. So the windows that I used in part of the house are these. This is a JELD-WEN Auraline window. And I really like casements because they typically close a little tighter. But I had one or two windows in the house that were not as tight at the top. And when I was running my blower door, I could tell that I had some air kind of leaking in through there. Now this window has a bulb seal on the outside. See this bulb seal right here? And when the window is locked down here, it should pull that window in, but it wasn't pulling it in on the top. And so the JELD-WEN guy said, hey, here's the test that we use that kind of tells you that it's sealing well. So he puts a bill up there, a dollar bill, closes the window, and if that bill is tight up against, you can't just rip it out. That means you've got a good seal on those windows. I thought that was kind of a cool test. Might be something new for your house. If you've got windows that are casements, check this, see if that works for you. And if it falls out and doesn't stay in, that means your window is not sealing pretty well. Thanks, Matt, for the tip on that. That was Matt from JELD-WEN who stopped by to do that adjustment for me. What else happened this week? Got all the hardware on my dressers that I painted. All the hardware in the bathrooms are in now. Nathan even got some good starts on bath hardware. So I've got this towel bar, I've got my toilet paper in. He mounted my Kohler digital controller. Water is still off now, unfortunately, because of that leak that I had in that tank upstairs. So I haven't turned on my digital system for my thermostatic valve, and I still need to install my Kohler speakers that are going in the bathroom. But the other thing that we did this week was we installed a bunch of these Halo brand motion sensors. So all my closets now have a switch, but they also have a wireless motion sensor. I'm excited about that because I really like being able to just walk into the room and have the lights automatically turn on. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Let's go check tile guy progress upstairs and see how those guys are doing. How's it coming? Oh, baby, look at that. Yes. Finished. I like it. Finito. That looks awesome. A little touch up on the drywall and we're done. Way to go. That feels good. Thanks, brother. Gracias. Very cool. Starting to get some deliveries a week out. Hopefully my inspector won't be upset with me putting a couple furniture pieces in the house. Technically, you're not supposed to bring furniture and things in the house. These bed frames, we had scheduled this delivery a long time ago and I forgot about it, frankly. So we delivered a couple things early. So hopefully my inspector will be okay with that. But we're going for final inspections probably in 2 days once I get the plumbers back tomorrow to put that toilet on. It's getting close. I'm excited about it. Audie finished up the kitchen. Now he's doing a couple on my master. I thought this was kind of a genius idea from Audie. He's using a little Aero hot glue gun and just putting 1 or 2 drops down so it doesn't move. But if someday I go, oh, I'd like to do a different organizer or a full insert, I could pop those right up. And to finish off the video, big plug to my friends at Gomex Painting. Gio and his guys doing a killer job. This is my master closet. One of the last areas that needed some touch up and some kind of precise detailing. We finally got my Mr. Steam towel bar installed, and I still need to do a 24-hour timer on this, but check it out. When you hit the switch, the light comes on. This one's the big model, which is oil fired. There's oil in there. It's like one of those plug-in oil heaters you had in your college dorm room. So over the next few minutes, this will heat up, and then this will stay warm a long time. I'm really excited about that. All right, my friends, stay tuned. Next week's the big move-in. Got a lot still going on over here to finish up, and I'm hoping to get my inspections before I move in. That's the one. I hope I get everything done. That could definitely mess up my move-in date if I don't get inspections, or if something comes up on my inspections that I didn't think of. Always makes me nervous at the end to be getting a final inspection a day or two before moving. All right, guys, one more week to go. Hit that subscribe button so you know when all the new content's out. We publish every Tuesday and every Friday. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.